Hi guys, hello, it's Darlene with Jockator. Happy Wednesday. Took me a little bit. Had some issues with my iPad yesterday, and this morning it didn't want to connect either. So anyways guys, I'm here finally. We're gonna do this cute little flip sign. Yeah, isn't this cute? So we're gonna do Halloween and we're gonna do Hello Fall. This is a size C transfer and it has 4 different things on it. We're going to do 2 of them today, and I have lots of colors out, so we'll see. On the fall one we're going to have a ton of colors. On the Halloween one there's just a few. So how are you guys? Who has done the flip sign already? Do any of you guys have this? Isn't it cool? So the thing about it, you have to remember, if you're going to have it and you want it to flip, you have to do it, one side's going to be like wrong side up. When it flips, it'll be right side up. So you have to think about that. Instead of flipping it this way, unless you want it to be on the table to see both sides, which would be fine. But when you flip it, then one of them would be upside down. So you have to think about how you're going to do that. I'm going to have mine, because I want it to flip. I want to take it to the craft show so I can show people, look, you can do both sides. Look how fun this is. You can have fall and you can have Halloween. There is a winter one. What else is there? Let me see. There's a welcome that has little flowers. There's winter vibes that doesn't look too wintry to me. So anyways, I'm not going to do the winter one. In my opinion, the winter one should have snowflakes. I don't know. It doesn't. It has some flowers with some little star things. So how are you guys? Happy Wednesday. We made it. Yesterday was quite a day. Just incredible amount of packages going out of here. And then I have a whole bunch ready that I just need to print labels this morning. Our big orders. There's a couple of you guys that have big, huge orders, and they're all ready to go. I just didn't print the label last night. And they weren't quite ready to go. I did drop some off at the post office yesterday. And then the ones that came in yesterday for the calendars, those are all ready to go. Yay! I'm feeling so caught up. It's a good feeling to be caught up. Oh, and then we have huge wedding orders, and this really cool one that's for, I'll tell you about it. It's for a memorial. We do memorial favors also, so that's really cool. If you're watching, just say hello. My screen's a little off. I have to adjust it every single time that I have to redo my cameras. I have to take my iPad down that's across from me, and it doesn't always go back right in the same spot. So things kind of look different sometimes. But I think it will be okay. Anyways, guys, just say hello if you're watching. If you're coming back and watch the replay, just put #replay. I'm going to share this really quickly over to my VIP group, and then we'll get started. Yeah, it took me at least 10 minutes just trying to get this to reconnect. That's the hard thing when this is with Switcher Studios. So when I have issues with Switcher Studios the next time, it generally takes me a little bit to get back on track. So if you're out there watching, just say hello. If you're not a designer, I would love if you would sprinkle. We are trying so hard. Okay, so I have a goal. I have a goal by the end of this month on how many followers I want to have. I don't usually have a goal, but I'm in a training class and I'm trying to actually keep track of that stuff and look at it. I don't worry so much about the numbers, but we're being taught to look at the numbers. So in my opinion, I would rather have 500 of you guys that watch every single day. And I have people that come back and watch the replay over and over. So, and watch on YouTube too now. So it's over on YouTube. Anyways, I would rather have 500 people, that were loyal watchers, rather than having 10,000 people that most of you they've just seen my page once and you followed it. So anyways, so the numbers to me don't mean a lot. But I do have a goal because I'm in a class, and so we're getting close. We're getting close to 8,000 followers. So if you wouldn't mind, if you have not followed the page yet, please do that so that we can we're going to hit our goal. I just know it. If we hit our goal, we'll do something really, really fun. So let me see who's here. You know how I am. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for sprinkling, Tina. Hi, Karen West. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Sandy from Virginia. Hi, Sandy. Sandy and Sandy back to back. Hi, April. How are you? Hi, Doris, my sister. Happy Wednesday. Feels like a Monday. When you can't get your stuff to connect, it's like, oh, yeah. But I'm persistent. I have to restart everything again and again, and it eventually works. Kind of like a computer, right? Sometimes the computer has to be restarted several times. Same thing with lasers. Hi, Tony. Hi, Karen Ross. Hi, Marcia. Good morning, Janine. You're one of those big orders that is going out this morning. Finally. I was missing one thing yesterday. I was getting ready to take it to the post office, and I was missing one item, and there wasn't time to cut it. So it's all in the box. It's ready to go. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Karen Ramonko. Thanks for sprinkling, Cynthia. I appreciate it. Hi, Sarah. Watching from the car tomorrow, driving to North Carolina. Have fun. I hope you're going to have a good time. Thanks for sprinkling, Cheryl. Karen, followers are great, but supporters are best. Exactly. Thank you, Karen. That's exactly my point. That to me, it's a number, but I am in a class where I have to show my numbers. I have to show that I'm improving. So you're right. Absolutely. Karen just nailed it completely. And Karen's been working on hers too. So she's been going live. She's been doing her lives, which is great. Followers are great, but supporters are the best. Absolutely. I love that. Good morning, Chris. Cheryl, I like having the class. Yes, I do too. I like our small group too. I don't want to have a bazillion people that don't know each other. I like that, we know what's going on in each other's lives, kind of, sort of. And if one of us has a problem and needs prayers, we're there. We're right there. So, yeah, I do like the small. I don't want to have 100,000 followers and not know people. I love you guys. I love you guys. So anyways, my goal is not that. My goal is to hit 8,000 by the end of the month, and we are within, I think, 40. So it's not a hard goal. I think that we can do it. Hi, Denise. Happy hump day. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Chris. Okay, guys, let's get started. Darling talks too much, right? Let's get started. Okay, so this is our flip sign. Who has this flip sign? Anyone? Anyone have this already? Maybe some of the designers that are watching might have this. Let me go ahead and put you down to the table. There we go. Okay, so flip sign does just what I say. It flips. I suppose this can come out, but it's not made to come out. It's made to chalk right in here. So you just have to know that you're going to have to deal with it kind of moving a little bit. So if you want to put something under that, like a fuzzing cloth or something, so that it doesn't click-clack back and forth, that's probably a good idea for me to do that. Let me see if I have 2 fuzzing cloths here. I'll need 1 fuzzing cloth for fuzzing. And if I have a second, yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm just going to stick something under there because otherwise it's going to click-clack, click-clack. Okay, so let me see if I can just do that. Yeah, let's just do it like that, okay? That way it's going to be solid. It's not going to move on me. So here's my transfer. This is a size C transfer. We're going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to use my little transfer trimmers, and I'm going to cut backwards. Let me put myself up in the corner. Guess what? So it started completely over. I have to do that part again. I always forget when I have issues and I have to restart. I have to redo my corner. I'm gonna I like putting myself in the top left corner because that is where there's not as much stuff on my desk. As far as I'm not working in that corner. Okay, so let's get this cut. I did fold it in half. A lot of times, if you have a size C transfer coming to you, many times I'll fold it in half in order to get it into an envelope and charge you less for postage. So I hope you don't mind that. And I just fold it on a line. I used to cut them, and then I'm like, why should I cut them? I'll fold it, and then you can cut it yourself. Okay, so there's 4 choices here. Like I said, there's a welcome, which will be really cute. We'll do that another time. We will figure out our own winter or Merry Christmas one. So the welcome would be cute, but we're not doing that today. We're going to do Halloween on one side, and we're going to do Hello Fall on the other. Now, the winter vibes would be cute, but not with, I don't like that. It's not my style. Sorry. It might be pretty in blue if I did it like a blue background and then did silver or something like that. Anyways, we're going to save these. We'll do these another day, and we're going to just get started. We're just going to get started. I really want to see, I want to do the Halloween one first. You're one away from 1,300, but more important, you have over 60 supporters. Yes, exactly, Karen. I super agree. And Carrie, yeah, you agree. The winter doesn't look like winter. Yeah. Oh, Laura, you got your mystery box and you love the content. Yay. You're welcome. I'm glad you love it. Good morning, Lori. How are you? Let's see. Hi, Sylvia. You just snuck in, and Vicky snuck in. How is everybody? Happy Wednesday. Let me see if I can get this over so you can see it better. I'm going to fuzz my transfer. I want to do the Halloween one first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the background. I'm going to paint the background with shimmer shadow. And then I'm going to chalk it in white, all the little scrolly stuff. And then Happy Halloween, I'm going to use my shimmer plum. So sometimes I have to use colors that aren't available. Guys, I didn't even check because it's been so long. Okay, so and you can make your own shimmers. So if you don't have a color, add it to some of the shimmer frost, and you can create your own shimmers. So don't boohoo if you don't have a color. And I did see somebody mixing colors the other day that came out with great colors. So if Jennifer's on here, she had really a great color on Designer Studios. I'll try to, I'll save that to my phone and then show you. I folded my corners under just barely so that, oh, you know what? We have to paint it first. Darlene, do what you said you were going to do. Paint it first, and then we're going to chalk it. Okay, so we're going to paint it first with our shimmer shadow. I'm guessing we're going to have to do two coats. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to paint it with our shimmer shadow. We're just going to paint right on there. Maybe not, because we kind of want it to look a little eerie and maybe a little see-through. We'll do one light coat, and then we'll do like a second coat, but it doesn't have to be really thick. Okay, so get your first coat on there and then dry that. So did you know you could paint this plastic? We painted it the other day. We painted some of the plastic stuff the other day. So this is like the plastic board and base. It's just like that. I'm trying to get a thinner coat. Help. All right. So I want my first coat to be just really thin. All right. And then we will get a second coat. So that will kind of help you get a base on there. Yeah. And then the second coat will make sure that it's filled in more. But that's looking pretty good. That's actually looking good. When we did the headstone, that all turned out fabulous. And we're going to do another one of the headstones. I saw someone do a lot of glow in the dark on theirs. Like the whole background was glow in the dark. And that looked really cool. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Well, Karen, let's get you to your 1,300. If somebody wants to go over and support Karen, just send her a message and she can give you her page. I'm not allowed to have her put it on here. Otherwise, I would have her just do that. But if somebody would like to be number 1,300 on her page, that would be awesome. Just send her a message and you can then you can go over there. And I always love to support everyone out there. I think it's important to do that. I feel that fellowship is the best way to be. I know that sometimes there can be jealousy about things. Sometimes you can go, wow, how did they do that? I wish I could do that. You know what? It's okay. Everybody is at their own pace. Okay. Everybody started different. So as far as customers, I have been doing this for many, many moons. So for me, I sell at the craft shows also. So for me to sell the kind of volume that I sell, some people can't understand it. But I've been doing craft shows I'm going on, guys, I'm going on year 39. This fall is year 39. Can you believe it? Year 39 of craft shows. That's telling you how old I am. I actually started young. I actually started pretty young with my craft shows, but yeah, it's telling you how old I am. So that's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to get all the lines going the same direction. This is looking really good. I love shimmer shadow, and I just opened this. Okay, so I lucked out. I had an extra jar from my sale. Actually, I have people that didn't pay, and the people that haven't paid for their chalk paste, their orders are just canceled. It's been a month now. So if you haven't paid your invoice and it's been a month, then you are out of luck, girlfriend. So I need a place to put those. Okay, let's dry this. So oh yeah, Laura. Okay, perfect. So thank you. I love the shimmer shadow. I can't wait to do this side. The other side's going to take a little bit longer to do the leaves. We may do it more like an ombre. I might just get a little impatient and do an ombre instead. I don't know. Because here's all the leaves. This has to be completely dry. You have to make sure this is 100% dry before you chalk on it. So. And it has to be cool. Okay, so it looks pretty dry. Okay, that's the shimmer shadow. Okay. Oh yeah, it's dry, but it's hot. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my hands on. Ooh, and there's an area that wasn't dry. Okay, so let me do this. Let me dry right there. See, that's exactly why I do that. Shimmer shadow is great. I just didn't realize that my shimmer shadow had dried up. I only use it for Halloween. I don't use it throughout the year. And so when I went to use it the other day, there really wasn't very much left in the jar, and it had completely dried up. So I'm kind of thinking the other side I should do a base color. Do you think maybe I should do the base color with this color? Oh my gosh, with camel. I almost said Bambi because this, as far as paint colors, this would be Bambi to me. Okay, all right, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and let's fuzz our Halloween transfer. Bring in my other fuzzing cloth. Yeah, I happen to have two right here. Both of them need to be washed. Both of them need washed. Oh, Tiffany Haskell. Yes, you could send her a message, definitely. Oh, that's so sweet of you guys. That is so sweet. I think we should, it's always nice to work together. If somebody has a goal and it's something that we can help them achieve, I think it's great. One of the problems is that we're just not allowed to share designers' pages. I would love to share Karen's page for everybody. Karen is one of my designers. Karen is an original Canadian designer to me, and she did have a period of time where she had to quit for just a little bit and then came back. So sometimes people have to take a little break, and so she took her little break and now she's back with full force. Okay, we're gonna have to be really careful because this is kind of close to the edges. Do you see what I mean? The design. So Darlene can't get crazy on this. All right, I've got to be careful. So I'm going to do chalk and peel on part of it because there is actually a lot of design here. The center part is not going to work in this color. So guess what? It's not going to work in purple because it's not going to show up on black. So what other color? Oh, I have light purple. I actually have shimmer violet. So let's use shimmer violet. Move that shimmer plum because that's not going to work. Shimmer violet for the center part. And we're going to do our shimmer frost for all the outside part. So I'm just going to grab some. Ooh, and my shimmer frost is kind of getting dried up. So I'm just going to grab some, and we're just going to start at the top here. And I'm going to be really careful. And shimmer actually stays really what I want to say, shimmer, it takes longer to dry. So I probably could do this whole thing, but my shimmer frost actually is not as liquidy. I want to say the word. It's not as moist as normal chalk paste. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work, but I probably will chalk and peel because I don't want it to dry on the screen. Okay, so you want to be able to push this through the screen. You're using your squeegee and you're applying a little bit of pressure. If you can butter toast, you can do this. Okay, I promise. But you also want to make sure that you're chalking and peeling so that it doesn't dry on here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this back as soon as I get this squeegee off all that, and we're just going to do half at a time. So pull that up. Look at that. That looks pretty amazing. There's a couple areas that I need to go back on. Okay, so that's why you don't just rip it off. Some people are like, ta-da! No, don't do that. Pull it up carefully so you can fix it if you have a little area that you didn't get it to go through. Okay, so there's reasons why it doesn't go through. Sometimes the silkscreen is, sometimes it can be defective. Sometimes it's just you that's defective. Okay, we're going to grab a little bit of our shimmer violet and we're going to do the center part. Okay, that's going to show up. All right, so shimmer violet, any color that you want, guys. You can make your own too. You can grab your purple, you can do your own. You could put yellow in here, you could do orange in here, totally up to you. Use the colors that you have. You don't have to say, I don't have that color, I can't do that. Okay, yes you can. You can create your own colors. You can use a different color. You don't have to do exactly like I do. Okay, so that was shimmer violet right there. Let's peel that up and see how that looks. Oh, that looks really good. Look at that. Okay, it's looking great. You swore you ordered a headstone cutout, but you didn't. Oh gosh. Well, you just had surgery, girlfriend. So that is your excuse. All right. So, well, you know what? So you can grab that headstone and I wouldn't wait because I think the things are going to start to sell out. Some of these things are going to start to sell out by the end of the month. People are going to want to get their $50 order in so they can get 20% off next month. So if you want one, I would grab it, but I actually have extras. So if you were to miss out, don't worry. I have extras. I bought some to take to my craft show because I thought, gosh, those are really fun. And they would make a great kit. I can make them into a kit and have minimal colors because, you know, you don't want to have a whole bunch of colors when you do a kit. I like to just have a couple of chalk paste singles. So, anyways. I like this one. This one's going to be super cute, and I could have done it in my glow in the dark too, but I'm not going to. I could go over it if I wanted to later. You can always line it up. So if you're sitting there a week later and you go, gosh, I should have done my glow in the dark, you still can. You can go over the top of it. Okay, let me just peel that up slowly. Let's make sure that I got everything. It's looking really good. I missed a little bit. There. My paste is not the optimum consistency, so maybe it's just that way. Maybe the transfer is just that way right there. I don't know. You know what? I can fill that in. I think that it's pulling up the black. This looks good, guys. Okay, I'm gonna fix right there. I have a little oopsie. It's okay. Plop this onto your backer sheet, and you can wash that just in your sink. Okay, so let me get my little detail tool right. My detail tool is great for filling in little things. I can fill this in right here where it pulled up, so I can fill that in, and then down here where I got white on it, I'll just grab my paintbrush and I think I can just touch that up. I better grab a little bit more. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's dry that. Isn't it cute? Look how pretty that is. I love this. I love this. Okay, let's try it. And we'll do the other side. Lord, waiting on payday. Yes, you don't have to. I have some, so don't stress. Most of the times I have extras of everything. The only thing that really snuck up on us that I didn't get extras of was the color of the month. It kind of made me sad. You know, I actually had got in, I don't know, four orders. I usually have more for my customers. I gave away everything that I have. So some people have it coming still. You still are waiting to receive your little mystery box. So some people haven't got their surprise yet. Maybe you're gonna get it if you did. I think Laura might have got one. Laura, did you get one of the take notes? You might have. Okay, so now it's gonna flip, and we're gonna do the other side. We're gonna base this one with camel. So let me just put this up here on my, and I have my little squeegee here, and what we can do is we can move these jars. We're done with these jars. Let's move these jars, and we can scooch down all of our little fall colors. Got all our fall colors here. Okay, so let's base it with, I think basing it with camel will be good. That'll be a good background color, right? So we'll do the same thing. We're gonna put 2 coats. Okay, so you're gonna put your first coat of paint, of chalk paste, and then you're gonna put a second. Yeah, I like that. So this is gonna be really cute. And remember, I flipped it, okay? So get your first coat on there, and it's gonna kind of look transparent. That's gonna just kind of grab onto that plastic, and then our second coat is what's gonna fill it in, okay? So first coat is just pretty much transparent, and I'm just trying to spread it as evenly as possible. Now remember, I should have fuzzed it more than one time because it did peel up some of that, and I don't want this one to peel up. So I'm gonna make sure that I fuzz my transfer several times. When you're chalking onto a painted surface, like we did the tombstone, remember we actually put the wax candle on it. I'm trying to spread this out so it's not all lumpy. We might have to sand it just a little bit once we get this on here. Okay, so let's dry and get our first coat on here. Let's dry that, and then we'll put a second coat. All right. You didn't order the mystery box unless you said, you had a pre-order. That's right, you had to pre-order. Yes. Okay. Yes. I was trying to remember. It was very random who got them. I just chose as I was doing all of the pre-orders. Okay, dry. It's not drying. You know what? I think I need to thin it down a little bit. This one's not going on the way that it should. It's not going on as smoothly as I would like it to. That's kind of weird because the shimmer shadow went on so nice and even, didn't it? Okay, so let's do this again. Let's try again. Let's try to get, and I don't want it on the edge. Let's try to get a nice, smooth base coat on here. I'm kind of thinking we're going to have to spray water on it. Maybe. Oh, my spray bottles. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's spray some water to get it thinned down. Okay. And then maybe that will help us get a base coat. And then we're going to do, I've decided we're doing an ombre with all of our other stuff. Ooh, guys, why is this not taking? This chalk paste is not wanting to adhere itself to it. I know I just need to be patient. I know it's going to work because we made it work the other day with just chalk paste. I think I need to thin it down more and get my base coat on. I think that's the problem, is that I had too many chunky things on here. Yep. So we're still gonna do 2 coats. Come on, you can do it. Where's my other spray bottle? Here's my other. Here's my old one. There we go. It's working. Okay, let's thin this down. Let's kind of start from scratch. And let's get our base coat. Okay. I think that was part of the problem, is it was too thick, too lumpy bumpy. We're going to thin it way down. We're going to get our base coat, and then we're going to put our second coat. Because look at this. Look, it's already looking better. I know to you it might not, but for me, I can already see a difference. Okay, I'm going to put some of that back into my jar. And we're just going to get a really thin coat, first of all. And then we're going to put the second coat. Okay, that I think it was an issue because I was putting too thick of a coat. And then we're going to ombre all of the fall stuff on there. The center part will do solid color. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. It is running down the sides, but don't worry. Remember, this is water soluble. You can wipe it off if you have an oopsie. I have it running down the sides. I was trying to decide up for your stress test by Ivy on Friday. Oh gosh. Yeah. I hope the IV works the first time. Yes. If you get really, really hydrated, does that help? I know a lot of times they say that it's hard to get an IV because you're dehydrated. You know, that's for some people. Not necessarily you, but... Okay, so there's my base coat. Let's see if it's going to work. We can always scrap the whole thing. Remember, you can wash it off and start over. That is a great thing sometimes. Sometimes it's a great thing to be able to start over. Okay, I'm going to grab a paper towel and I'm going to wipe the edge. I have chalk paste running down the edge. I'm just going to wipe some of that off and some of this. Okay, and then we're going to keep going. Okay, so now I want to get a more solid coat. Okay, I'm not why is it taking it off? You guys, we may not get this the way we want it to be. This chalk paste is not cooperating with me. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're just going to get as solid of a color as we can, and we're going to go with that. Okay, this side might be a hot mess. Do you ever just have something that just isn't working? Instead of it staying on there, it's coming back off. Yeah. Well, any suggestions? Any suggestions, guys? Maybe I just make it look like it's a board. Okay, so like it's supposed to be that way. We'll just make it look like it's supposed to be that way, and we'll dry, we'll fuzz really well. I just worry that it's not going to stick. I worry it's not going to stick on there, and we're making a little bit of a mess on the frame. Any suggestions? Kind of looks like a mess. I think the bright colors on it will look good. So let's dry this, and then let's go ahead and let's chalk on here, and we'll see how it goes. We can always wash the entire thing off if we need to. It's not a big deal. It's definitely going to be a hot mess. Can you put it in a water dish? Yes, you can, definitely. Acrylic paint would be forever. You can, but then acrylic paint's never going to come off. And so I wanted it to be so that when I decide that it's spring, I could put something else on there. I could water it down in a dish for sure. Bear with me. Oh my goodness, guys. Sometimes. Yeah, and it's taking a while to dry on there. It really is. It's not, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to lightly sand this to get all those crumbly. See those crumbly things? There's a lot of crumbly things. And then let's water it down in a dish. And let's just put our final coat And then we're going to go with that. Okay. All right. So here's all our stuff that we just sanded off. And then there's some here. It's a little bit of a mess. It's a little bit of a hot mess. I told you we're going to do a hot mess. Remember? Okay. So let's try it this way. Let's put some in a bowl, in a little dish. Let's add our water to that. And let's water it down. It might work better doing it that way. I think that my consistency of my chalk paste just isn't correct. I want to make sure I get a good base coat. And I may go ahead and wax this side because I fear that it's going to pull up. Okay, so there's some watered down paste. And we'll see what we get. You know, things sometimes don't turn out the way that you think they're going to turn out. It's not adhering itself to the plastic. It might be that color. All right. Let me just try to fill it in. It's okay. It's been a while since I've had something that just completely failed. It's been a while. We usually can figure it out. Yeah, it just keeps pulling up. Just keeps pulling up off there. Guys, let's do this. Let's start 100% over. Let's take our Clorox wipes and let's scratch this. So I'm gonna take it completely off. I'm gonna show you how to take it completely off of here. Maybe we don't even do a background color. I definitely gonna have to wash my mat. Oh, hopefully I'm not getting the other side dirty. Hopefully not. Yeah, so you can do that. You can completely wipe it off. They're made to be removable. That's why you don't want to put acrylic paint on there. Unless you want it permanent, you know. So let's get all of this off. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had to completely start over on something, but you know what? None of us are perfect, right? We all can have a fail. Sometimes you guys send me a thing and a picture and you go, what happened? I'm like, I don't know, just try it again. So maybe we don't do a background color on this side. Maybe we just leave it white, right? I don't know. So this is all you do. You can just wet it, and you can take the paste scraper. We will take a board eraser to get like the remaining part off. But sometimes you have to punt. Maybe we put a different color on here. I actually think that maybe one of the other colors, I had to add water to this. So that is not a new jar. So maybe it's the fact that I had to add water to my chalk paste. I don't know. So let me just get this off. How about if we do saffron as the background color? I really want to have a background color. Tell me which one I should do. Because these are nice and creamy. It's going to work. It's going to work this time. Which one should I do? Saffron, or Hey Pumpkin? Maybe saffron. I'm kind of thinking saffron. Let's just do it. We're just going to start over. Okay. Maybe bark. Bark for the color. Yeah, my bark is brand new too. I could do that. I'm kind of thinking a lighter color though. Yeah, that's how we learn. I am never afraid to make mistakes because that is how we learn. I'm kind of thinking a lighter color. Let's go with saffron, and it's gonna work this time. I think maybe. So that jar of Camel was completely solid, and I worked it. And maybe it just was not the smart thing to try to use it. I have a brand new jar of Camel in there too. So if I use the brand new jar, would that work? Probably. This is going to work. See, sometimes you just have to punt and start over. That's what we're doing. And I'll clean up the edges. The edges on this sign are going to need a little bit of a wipe with a Clorox wipe. So look how nice this is. I want you guys to know that it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to make a mistake live. I'm okay with that. I never worry because it's a teaching moment. It is a moment where I can say, okay, let me show you how to fix that. Because someday you're going to have the same exact thing happen to you and you go, what did Darlene do to fix that? Right? Okay, let's go ahead and let's try this. Hi, Melissa. How are you? I have little pieces of the chalk paste that are flying everywhere. Okay, so we'll put a second coat, and this is going to work. So this is saffron. And then we're probably going to do like a hot mess with the leaves. The center, Hello Fall. Which color should I do Hello Fall? I'm kind of thinking bark. I should do the center in bark is what I'm thinking. Okay, we're going to put one more coat of this. It's going to work. Is it possible that the new surface needed to be cleaned before using? Maybe. I honestly think it's because my chalk paste, this was rock solid, and I got it working again. So, because I didn't have any more camel, my camel was on order. So that was like 2 weeks ago that I did that. So I think it has to do with, if you were to look at these, the consistency, can you tell how creamy this one is? Compared to this one's kind of chunky, has little lumpy things in it. This one's nice and creamy. I think it has to do with the consistency of my chalk paste. So that's all I think it was, is that the consistency wasn't the right consistency. So it's okay, guys. It's okay to make a mistake. I never worry about it. I don't go, oh darn, that really was embarrassing. I don't, because it's not embarrassing to me. It is, okay, let's figure this out. I have the attitude that we're going to have stumbling blocks in life. We're going to have stumbling blocks on my Facebook Lives. And if I have to say, hey, what do you think I should do? Sometimes I'll reach out to you guys. Sometimes I just know exactly what to do and I can teach you. But yeah, so starting over is not an issue. With this surface. This surface is the plasticky type, like the board and base. So you can easily just wipe it off just like I did, and you can start over. So that shouldn't be stressful for you guys. So if you have to start over, you have to start over. You know what? It's that way with anything in life. Sometimes we have to have a redo, right? We have to have a redo. Okay. I think I'm going to be happy with this. This is pretty covered. I'm not worried if there's a couple of areas that it's lighter. That's okay. All right, I'm going to dry it. And then let's do this. Let's fuzz that transfer like crazy. This one is small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Exactly. So don't stress over it. Yeah, bark. I think bark in the center too. Okay, and then we're gonna do a hot mess on all our leaves. So a hot mess is exactly that. It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that, and it is just a hot mess. This needs to be 100% dry, 110% dry, and cooled, okay? Don't put your transfer on a hot surface, because on a hot surface, you're gonna melt the adhesive, and it is not gonna be pretty, because that adhesive will separate itself from the transfer part and you will be sad. Okay, so it's really hot. If you put your hands down on it and just pray on it for a second, it's going to take away some of that heat, okay? Or go like this. Do some push-ups with it, some pull-ups. Okay, all right. So the heat will dissipate through your hands. If you just stick your hands on it a little bit, it will just pull it right out. It's kind of funny how that works. Okay, I don't need all these guys. We're going to use one squeegee for the outside hot mess. We're going to use one squeegee for the center part. Okay, here we go. Let's get our fuzzing cloth. Let's fuzz this like a dozen times. No, a lot. You could wax it too. We did wax it the other day, but I am just not a fan of waxing, because whenever I wax, then it will just come. When you're drying it, that wax comes back up. It like melts again. I know, I do. I'm unlike my husband, who who would be upset about things. But he has some issues after they cut on his brain, taking the brain tumor out. He doesn't have as much patience, and he had very little before. He has a lot less now. They took some of that out. So fuzz this like, I swear, 10 times, okay? I don't know what we're on, probably 8. Let's do it a couple more times. Just a couple more times. And if you don't have a fuzzing cloth, use a towel. Just make sure you wash your towel. Okay, now I'm going to just fold my corners under just a teeny tiny bit so I have something to pull up on. We're going to let's do the center part first, and we'll peel this up, and then we'll lay it back down. Okay, we got to be really careful around our edges. And another thing you can do is you can tape your edges, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to peel this up. Okay, so we're going to just go for it. Okay, so we're going to do our center, and then we're going to hot mess the outside, and we're going to pull this all at one time. Okay, so I think we have time to do that. It's not too hot in here. So we're doing Hello Fall with bark, and then we have bark. We have our cherry red. So we're going to put a little bit here, a little bit there, so that we're going to hot mess all these together. Okay, so hot mess is just taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're going to mix it all together, then we're going to peel it. Okay, so we're going to take, we don't need yellow because it's already, the background's yellow. We're going to need some green, and we're going to need some bark in there, and we could put some camel in there. We just have to be careful about our edges. All right, put some green. This is our moss. So a little bit here, a little bit there. And then we just kind of blend it together. Okay, so be careful when you're putting it out that you don't contaminate your colors. You don't put some back in there that shouldn't be in there. Let's put a little bit of our bark, not a lot, just a little bit here and there. And then a little bit of camel, even though it's not nice to me today. We're just going to put just a touch here and there. Okay, and then you're just going to kind of, let's get a smaller squeegee. It might work better. You're going to blend that. I just start blending together. We're going to hot mess that together, and it's going to be gorgeous color for the leaves. I'm hoping that the pumpkin color is going to be a good enough contrast, guys. Because I'm looking at it going, maybe that pumpkin color was not the best. Let's just kind of get this blended together, and it's going to look just like I said. It's going to look like a hot mess. Okay, when you peel it off, you're going to go, oh yeah, that looks good. So I'm just kind of mixing and twisting and scraping, and then we'll go back and I'll scrape off all this excess. I'll put it into a jar, not a jar, into a paper towel, because I can't put it back into the jar. So don't put it back in the jar because it is contaminated now. It's changed colors. It is not the same color. It's multiple colors. All right, we're almost there. Let me get the edges. I'm just going to pull down. Yeah, sure, I get all my edges. I'm going to scrape a little bit. So scrape a little bit. I have a paper towel up here, and what I'm scraping off, the color looks like mud. But underneath, it's gorgeous colors, and I missed right here, so I'm going to get really close, and then it's time to peel this. I can tell it's starting to turn, starting to dry. It is time to peel. Let's pull it up and let's see. Oops, I missed the corner. Let's get the corner better. And it's okay, we can fix anything that we need to. I'll fix that corner. Look at this, isn't that pretty? That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I'm just peeling slowly. That's really pretty. Okay, so depending on what background color you put is how it's going to turn out. I'm fine with it being yellow like this, especially after having the little frustration. I'm going to fix my corner right here. I'm just going to dip my little stylus end of this right into some bark, and I'll just fix that corner. That was the only thing. I think it's because I had it folded. So we are just going to tap, tap, tap. And I think it's really pretty. It turned out nice. So yeah, we might have had some frustration, but it was worth it. It was worth every bit. Sometimes you just have to redo. And that's okay. That's how it is in life, right, guys? Sometimes in life, you just have to take a step backwards and go, now what? Because things aren't always going to turn out the way that you want them to the first time in life. Okay, let's try this and then I'll show you how it flips. I think it looks good. I think it looks great. All right, here we go. Nurse just reminding, no coffee, iced tea starting tomorrow morning. Oh my goodness. Karen, that's always hard. Okay, dry. And then we're gonna flip it and show you the other side. It's not quite dry in the center. I can see as it's changing color. You can see it drying. Okay, I think it's dry. And if you touch it and it still feels damp, it's not dry. Okay, so flip to our Halloween. Flip to our fall. And then I'll take my I'll take my Clark's wipe and I'll clean up this edge that kind of got a little bit messy. We got a little bit messy, guys. You know what? Crafting, I cannot craft without being messy, and you know that. You know that when Darlene starts crafting that it's going to get a little messy. I think it looks great. I don't know which side I like best. I like them both. I think they're both really, really sweet. Okay, let me put you up to myself. All right, what do you think? Which side is your favorite? This side? Oops, that's upside down. You have to turn it the right way. Okay, because when I'm looking at it, it's upside down. Let me go closer. There we go. Or there you go. Hello, fall. Happy Halloween. I love them both. I think they're both cute. Okay, so we learned some lessons. Just make sure you thin down your chalk paste and don't use your old lumpy, bumpy chalk paste for this. Make sure that you're using the nice creamy ones. That chalk paste is probably from 3 or 4 years ago. And it was rock hard and I didn't have any Campbell and I needed it for my gingerbread back here. And so I just thinned it down. So that's the reason why it didn't work, is because it wasn't the right consistency. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you like that. I hope you like learning what to do when you have a problem. Just assess it, figure out what you got to do, and start over. And these surfaces are great because if you wanted to, which I won't do because I'll just keep it. But if you wanted to, in the spring, you can wipe this off and you can use the same surface. And then along comes summer and you can reuse the surface. And along comes fall and reuse the surface, and over and over and over and over. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Remember, I found the catalogs. So if you weren't on here yesterday, I found the catalogs. I found the calendars, and I did pick up more last night, so I have plenty for you guys. And then I'm going to just, all the extras that came in there, I'm going to donate some of them. But I did find one of the calendars had really great sayings. So you might get an extra little calendar with yours. Maybe. As long as it doesn't take it over the weight limit. You might just get something extra. So, all right, guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, it's a great day today, right? It's a good day to have a good day. All right, love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.